I have in my hands the new version of the eCorder Y2 version, and I cannot wait to give it a review. Nice bag. Its creator, Michael Shonle, has been working on this for 14 years, from the very first prototypes to early models. I did a review of one of the earlier versions of this quite a few years ago, and I'm so excited to hear what it has become. Let's do a little unboxing. Okay, here we go. Look at that. It is the size of an alto recorder. It's very light, and my first impression is that it's already way more professional looking than the earlier version that I reviewed previously. Definitely felt more like a prototype, and this is just more professional. We have this big display over here. I'm curious to what we'll find on there. We have these flat plates with the finger holes on, and if I just close my eyes, yep, it's pretty easy to find the holes. We have a thumb rest on the back, and here I have 3 ports. This is a mini jack to plug in for your audio out. This is a USB-C for charging, and we have a MIDI if we want to experiment with the sounds. I'm gonna pop on my mouthpiece. Woo! Now, if I just blow, obviously you hear no sound because this is a completely electronic instrument. It doesn't have an acoustic sound, so we're going to need to plug a few things in. But what I like is that you can actually just blow, and it feels like a real recorder. You do need to find something to plug this into. You can absolutely just plug your headphones here into the jack setting and then just listen on your headphones, or I'm using this mini jack cable to plug it into my audio interface, so I'm going to record the sound too. Let's turn it on. Let's give it a go. It's so cool. The first thing I notice is that you play it exactly like a recorder. This is amazing. I try out a lot of digital wind instruments, synth instruments, and it's always a compromise. You've always got to figure out some different fingering, and Michael has made this so that it is a recorder. Quite a large area here to slide your finger around, and I'm going to show you what happens if I do that. I'm on a tenor setting. I can glissando between the C and the C sharp. And I can push my finger down and hit the low B. Oh, I didn't see that before. I can play with my left pinky as well. Handy. So item number 1 I have to get used to is hitting the right area of that. The other point is that the thumb hole works exactly like a regular recorder. You pinch for the thumb. That's different to, for example, the iwi, where you have to roll on these keys on the back. I noticed that I have to put my thumb quite far to the side. The pro is it's very predictable. I can put my thumb in the same place each time and it's going to hit that octave beautifully. The con is that on some notes, like hitting the E on a tenor, I can be a bit lazy. I can open the hole as much as I like. The eCorder says no, you've got to do it properly. Just testing out the range for you. But we can go much further. If I move my thumb up and down onto these smaller grooves at the back, we can hit even more octaves. Let's see if I can figure this out. Is that a 4 octave range? And it doesn't stop there, because we've not even got into the different sounds and possibilities yet. Okay, where to start? Okay, let me show you this. We have 24 preloaded sound banks from soprano to bass recorder. So you can even change the key, the tuning and the temperament. So this makes it super flexible. I'm currently on the tenor in the key of C at 2 foot. That's referring to the octave. So if I toggle down to octave, I can put it up and down further octave. I'm going to try and count the octaves for you. That gives us a 7-octave range. And it's not only the octaves we can change, but the key. You can toggle between C and F. Those are our alto, soprano, tenor, bass, whatevers. But I've just put it down into the key of B rather than C. That effectively means that we're playing at 415. And at the top you can just see a super handy reminder: our key, our octave, our tuning, our volume. Oh, and I've seen something else. We can change the tuning and the temperament. You can change the temperament between quarter comma mean tone and equal. Wow, let's try it out. Okay, quarter comma mean tone. Equal. This sound, I'm currently on Renaissance alto now. If I drop my breath, it does drop the pitch. That authentic recorder sound. Not all of these do. So let's look at the sounds a bit. We have a total of 24 built-in sounds. They're in blocks of Baroque, Renaissance, low instruments, and the rest are assorted synth sounds. So let's look at the synths. Something else I notice is the lack of latency. Michael says on his website that the latency on this model is now sub-millisecond. There's basically nothing. It's basically like playing an acoustic recorder. Fat low grunge. Okay, we're down into the miscellaneous now, and these are some of my favourites. I love plop. I love this one. What I like about these patches is that they're very reactive. They react to my articulation. Dynamics. And vibrato, as you can hear. And we have a flattement setting. What is flattement? It's finger vibrato. Check this out. It's so sensitive. That wasn't a recorder sound now. It was a wood stop synth. Oh, multiphonics. Check this out. Let's try this. So cool. Something exciting to play with is to take a super low sound and tune it high, or the other way around. So this is our low sub bass. Whoa. And if I put that up super high, we have a very like bird-like texture. It's such a pleasure to play on an electronic instrument that responds properly to trills. Often if I trill, I can feel the latency, the sound is behind me, which is really tiresome, but I don't have that here. So what I'm showing you here is really scratching the surface. There's so much more that can be gotten out of these sounds. At this point, I'm going to confess something. I really wanted to plug it in with MIDI into my laptop and actually put some different sounds in. I use Ableton. I've got a whole sound library there, and I was like, wow, what if we load that in? But it's my old audio interface. It's a Motu Ultralight. There we have the MIDI connection in the back, but it's broken. I've moved on to a smaller audio interface. It doesn't have a MIDI connection. So I was all ready, and sorry, I can't show you that bit, but it's there. What haven't I showed you? I have the feeling that there is a lot more that this instrument can do than I've yet to get to grips with. I'm reading in the manual that there's all kinds of internal signals that you can use as controllers with MIDI. Breath, filter breath, accelerating left and right. At this point, I could not get that accelerometer to work, so I dropped Michael an email and he helped me find the sound that it's already preloaded into. You can also go into the settings and manipulate the parameters for everything. So do you want to have the flattement, and how sensitive is it? The same with your volume, with vibrato, with where you put your thumb. You can change all of these parameters so that they suit you exactly. As a professional, that's something I really appreciate, and if I was using this with my students, it would be very helpful to make sure it works for them. Oh, I want to have one more play. Where would I use this? Well, where wouldn't I use it? I could imagine it working well in a lot of the shows that I do, especially ones that are interactive or have elements of technology and electronics. But I could also imagine using it for practice. You can practice completely silently. I have a 7-year-old who, yeah, if I practice at night, that wakes her up. So this could be really nice for that too. I also want to give you honest feedback. This isn't only amazing, amazing. And it's also not sponsored, by the way. The main critical points I have, one is that what if you just don't like the sounds that are in there? There are 24 sound banks loaded in. It could be that you think, I don't like how they sound. It should be possible to go in and manipulate them and change them. So I would have really appreciated some instructions on how to do that. The other is that I have the feeling there are so many possibilities, but they need to be thought out so that they can be taught to me, if that makes sense. I think when we have new technology and there's so many possibilities, it's easy to be like, wow, we can do all of this. But for people who are new to it, like me, we need a bit of help. But on the whole, it feels and looks so much more professional than the last model. The display is really easy to read, intuitive to use. Oh, I'm just super happy. Finally, price and ordering them. I've just checked on the website, and you can place your order for the second batch of these. You have to do so before the 30th of June, because then Michael is going to make them. The full price is $1,450, so it is a higher price point than your intermediate wooden recorder and definitely your basic new recorder, but this is a handmade thing. It is newly developed technology by a small company, and it has so much professional possibility. So in that regard, I think it's really worth it. If you've got any more questions, do let me know in the comments. I'll try my best to answer them, and if you've played an eCorder yourself, I would love to hear your comments, your feedback too. And if you have a request for me to play something on this, let me know and I'll put it on Instagram as well. As always, you can subscribe to my channel by clicking on my face down here. Over here's the Team Recorder Patreon if you would like to support the channel, and here's some more videos. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye!